Hi guys, my name is Michelle and welcome to The Weight of Things. On this channel we discuss all things in regards to renewing our minds, rejuvenating our health, and restoring our femininity. Today on this video what I will be discussing is my experience trying the OMAD diet. Now most of you have probably already heard of the OMAD diet, but if you haven't, basically what it is eating one meal a day. So the real reason why I decided to try the OMAD diet was because I had tried intermittent fasting for a period of time. I will do a separate video discussing my experience trying intermittent fasting. However, in this video, I will just say that after trying intermittent fasting for a period of time, I decided I wanted to go a little further and try eating one meal a day. I figured that if I could go with only eating for a 4-hour period, then why would I need much more food than one meal? So basically I tried the OMAD diet for 30 days. And to let you all know, what happened is that I lost 26 pounds in 30 days. You probably want to know how the diet works and what exactly I did. With the OMAD diet, one of the bonuses that I felt was that I could choose when I wanted to have my meal. So like, let's say if today I'm like, I want to have dinner, but then the next day I decided I wanted to have lunch instead, that I would be able to do that. And so that I wasn't restricted just in case if I wanted to go out. And that was one of the perks that I really liked with the OMAD diet. However, the real way to do the OMAD diet is you're supposed to go 23 hours without food. Basically meaning that you should be having the same meal every single day. However, I did not do that. As I said, would have dinner most days, but if one day I decided I wanted to have lunch or have breakfast, then I would do that as well. So there were days that there was less than 23 hours in between, and there were days that there was maybe even a little bit more than 23 hours in between if I had had breakfast and then the next day decided to have dinner. However, still with doing it differently like that, I still experienced a huge amount of weight loss in the 30 days, again, 26 pounds. Another bonus why I wanted to try the OMAD diet was because I felt like I could eat whatever I wanted. Since I'm only eating one meal a day, I knew that it would be extremely hard to go over my required calories in one meal. So basically I thought to myself, with doing this diet, I could eat whatever I want as long as I only ate it one time for the day. In theory, this is true. You can basically find it very difficult to go over your required calories, your maximum required calories in one meal. However, it is definitely possible, taking into account what you are actually eating. Another thing to mention about the OMAD diet is that you only have 1 hour to eat all of the food. Also, what I did when I tried the OMAD diet was I actually went vegan for those 30 days. So not only was I only eating one meal a day, I also was having no dairy or meat products for the entire 30 days. The first couple of days, I lost maybe half of a pound. And then after a certain time, maybe after 4 or 5 days, I started basically losing a pound every single day. To be honest, the way I felt on the OMAD diet, I felt great. I got to a point that I really didn't feel hungry throughout the day. And when I did feel hungry, I would drink green tea. Green tea is a really good hunger suppressant. And in doing my research, I learned a lot of things about hunger in itself. One of the things that I learned was that our feeling in our stomach that we are hungry, that grumbling in our stomach, is actually from a hormone that is produced called ghrelin. And basically what this hormone does is it tells your brain that you're hungry. So even if you're not physically hungry, this hormone is produced at the time periods that you would normally eat. It sends the signal to your brain telling you that you're hungry, which produces the feeling and the sounds that come along with being hungry. So I started to realize that if that's the case, then I'm not really hungry, then why do I need to be eating more than one time a day, especially if I'm able to still get the amount of nutrients and the amount of calories that I needed. Another thing that I found really surprising on the OMAD diet was that I thought that I would have zero energy at all. I thought that I would feel really sick and really tired and just really slouchy with not having food during the day, except it was the actual opposite. Number one, I found that my brain was clearer. I found that I could think a lot better. I found that I was just more on my toes when it came onto my thinking. Number 2, I also found that I had more energy for some reason. I found that I was able to do over and above what I would normally have done if I was eating 3 meals a day. And number 3, I found that after the days had kind of went on, after about the first week, any kind of symptoms which only kind of seemed to be like, again, the growling stomach, I found that after a week, all of those things kind of went away and I started to feel more clear in my mind and have a lot more energy. After the 30 days of doing the OMAD diet was up, I went back to eating during the day and I experienced a crash inside of my body. I felt like I wanted to go back to the OMAD diet immediately. I felt so sluggish. I felt so heavy. I felt like my brain was clouded again. I felt like I lost all the energy that I had. I just wanted to go to sleep right after I ate. And I started to regret going back to eating during the day again. But just like anything else, our body does readjust. And I readjusted quickly to eating again during the day and just went back to feeling normal. I essentially only did the OMAD diet for 30 days. However, I do have times where, especially when I feel like I am kind of slacking off on my weight loss journey, that I kind of do that as a form of motivation. I will just eat 1 meal a day for maybe 1 day or 2 days and then kind of get back on track. It's kind of like a reset I use it for. I do find that it worked for me. Obviously, I lost 26 pounds. And to be honest, that was months ago and I have kept it off since then and have continued to lose more as I went on to adding in more workout and adding in weight training and all these different things. I've kept the weight off from doing the OMAD diet and I've also lost more. However, one of the things that the trainer at the gym did mention to me is that because of the type of workouts that I do, the intensity of it, my body does need to be eating before doing that kind of workout. Now, I'm not entirely sure how true that is. I think that that is something that is definitely disputed in the fitness world. Some people would say that your body does not need any food, any calories before workouts, and some would say that it does. So I would definitely recommend you doing some research on this, talking to your physician and any other professionals to find out their advice before starting any new diet. The other reason why I did not go back to the OMAD diet is because my trainer did tell me that even though I did lose that weight, that eventually my body would have recognized what was happening and would have just stored everything I ate for that 1 meal as fat, and that my progress of losing weight would have slowed down. And so because of that, I decided not to go back on the OMAD diet in fear of that and just continue to change the way that I was eating and the amounts that I was eating. I also realized that if I were to go on vacation, I probably would want to eat more than 1 meal a day. So again, I wanted to do something that was more something that I could keep up with on an ongoing basis. So my overall thoughts on the OMAD diet, I think it works. I think that fasting is good. Again, I'm a believer. I believe fasting is in the Bible. I think it is something that is good for our bodies as a reset. I think that it's good for our mind to be able to have a time period where you're not eating and for everything in your body to be able to recalibrate and function without all of the things that we are constantly putting into it. I do like it. However, it would probably not be something that I would do on an ongoing basis again, because just for me, I don't think that it's something that's sustainable for my life. So again, if you would like to learn some more about the OMAD diet, I will leave some links below with some scientific information and videos that I looked into when I was thinking and considering about trying this diet. Thank you for coming to my channel and watching this video. Please make sure you subscribe and click the bell below so that you can be notified of every time I post a new video. Bye.